Season 1 with West Ham was absolutely incredible, winning an FA Cup trophy but also fighting relegation, as this year manager Lopetegui has been warned about the league form, as if he doesn't do well, he could soon be sacked. So with a new bigger budget and some beautiful new kits, West Ham need to get firing for their manager and their own sake. And yes, new signings will come in and old players will go out, as West Ham need to improve in the league whilst also being in Europe. As yes people, the start of Season 2 with the Irons. Now, I absolutely love season starters. 2 reasons mostly. 1, we get to sign players and we're going to go all out this year. And 2, we get to see new kits, which you can see Jared Bowen is in one. As always, he's doing a second series, but big shout out to Billy for making these home kit for West Ham. Very natural, very aesthetic. Little paint dots on the kit, which could also resemble bubbles, so I do like that detail. And I do like our new sponsor. As the away kit, very orange, of course, it's got to be different and Hull City-like. Maybe we can start singing Mould by the Irons. Doesn't have the same ring to it, and this kit is beautiful. Just reminiscent of Fulham's in real life, the Barbie kit. It is funny. And of course we do have a goalkeeper, as they're all 3 kits right there, but we cannot forget about Areola with a very nice faded blue. Love to see the amount of detailers. Love to see a high budget. £73 million to go with our European tour, hopefully. As yes, we're going to be in it. We need to win the Europa League. They are lofty expectations lofted onto Lopetegui, who also has this contract where he's got to get that youth player through. It's critical. It's at the top now, so yeah, you've got to bloody well do it. As also, we have to finish above 9th in the league, and I think if that isn't done, he can kiss goodbye to his job, definitely. As how is our squad doing? Right, we've had some gradual improvements over the summer. Mohamed Kudus, he's up to an 85 rated. Paqueta up to an 84. He seems happy at the moment. And Bowen to an 82. So our midfield line looks fine. Going into more detail, I've dragged the players back. That was for the FA Cup final. I don't know why I didn't do it earlier, as yeah, midfield looks fine, but then again, there's a midfielder I want, and maybe defenders again. Harry Maguire gone to an 81 rated. But I also believe at the start of a new season, new tactical change, and we are going to do what you guys told me, Edson Alvarez centre-back drill. And don't be fooled by James Ward-Prowse. Yes, I know he's left in real life, but we do want to replace him with a player that's come in real life. If you didn't see deadline day, West Ham signed Carlos Soler, and I've got him up right here, but he actually doesn't look too good. Still, I'm able to get him, and the number 13 shirt. Not the luckiest for players, but he's only cost 12 million. So maybe we sell Prowse in the midfield, add up a space for 58 million to be spent on another midfielder, because yes, that's the position I really want to get a player in. When you look at our bench also, every other position counted for. Cornet we could sell as well, because we didn't play him season number 1, and also Emerson, also Souček, and also Max Kilman here. An absolute failure of a signing for West Ham United in this save, of course, as I'm just realising goalkeeper. Only Areola. 31 years old as well. Maybe midfielder and a goalkeeper. There we go. We have got our 2 positions nailed. And one player the manager trusts, he seems to like to speak to him a lot. It's Edson Alvarez, this time meeting in his office area. Do you know any players you would recommend to join us? As you're from South America, and there's a lot of good players there. But boss, why look to South America when you don't need to? Look at the teams relegated. Palace, Everton. There will be some decent players down in the Championship next year. And as we avoided the drop, you should be able to bring them to us. Crystal Palace relegated, London club as well as us. So I'd make an approach, and I know just the player. Eberechi Eze. Now I know this is weird because he's at Crystal Palace, a rival with West Ham, you could say. But for 34 million, it is only half of our budget. We could move Paqueta back get Eze in our cam position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck 34 bang on at Crystal Palace. Oh, their high demands. I'm willing to go to 40. 40 is a decent sum of money, especially for a championship player. And yes, they agree with me. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the new cam at West Ham, Eberechi Eze. And yes, I am aware that will not please everyone. He's gone to play for England. He's playing in our cam position. As Paqueta's going to train to just sit behind the attacking force. And if he does argue, we'll just go and sell him. If we can get our evaluation, 60 million is his price tag. And 50 million we've got, which is almost enough for another player. We're definitely going to have to sell some. And hey, look at that for a start. We've got the Community Shield first and then 3 favoured fixtures. As Emerson, we're going to sell. He's going to Benfica for 10.9. Thomas Souček, on the other hand, I am open to discussions, and they are decent bids, but I'm going to say 25 million for him. I'd preferably rather sell Kilman. As hey, here's an offer, and from Crystal Palace in the Championship, think he's going to find his level. Goodbye to Max Kilman. Ooh, but when I've scrolled up, Thomas Souček. Now Liverpool will pay 25 million for the Czechman. Then again, if we sell Emerson, we need to keep defenders here. So Souček and Kufal, they're both Czech and they're both checking in here. Staying in our lineup as Max Kilman. Goodbye. So that is around 40 million. And of course, we need that goalkeeper. But before we dive into that, an offer from Wolves for Max Cornet that will be accepted. So maybe we need another winger. To be fair, Bowen, Kudus, Somerville, Paqueta. We don't need another winger. We'll just cash in on Maxwell. Leaving us 46 million. Now, maybe we go for 2 players again. I do want a keeper. I'm just going to keep on saying that. And as for a keeper from the relegated teams, Henderson was dreadful against us. Neto is not good enough. And Pickford's gone to Bayer Leverkusen, replacing Hladecki as Jose Gaya now. Sociedad, that's rejected. I'm going to reject Tottenham. No way he joins the rivals, as the Community Shield is amongst us. And before this game, I was gonna change Edson Alvarez's position. Seems he doesn't want to change, and Harry Maguire actually outclassed by Souček right now. So Souček in the team. Liverpool, a team we actually beat towards winning the FA Cup. They must have won the Premier League, which we actually never noticed. We were always looking down, never up, as Fulkrug. We need a better season from him this year. Paqueta in a forward position. Close, and he's even playing further back in this formation, so we are very attacking as Fulkrug shoots. Maybe the pass was best there as Thomas Souček, though. Domination against Liverpool early on. Alisson with another save. Could be another one soon as well, as look at our domination. Fulkrug, if he can keep the ball, whipping it into a good area. No one on the end of it. As oh, good tackle, Alvarez. Why don't you want to be a defender? You're obviously good at tackling, mate. As your tackle set us away, it's a ball towards Jared Bowen. If he could reach someone in the middle, which he doesn't, another wasted cross. We should be in front as now second half Liverpool come at us. A chip. Does it get past Souček? Good work, Mr. Potato Salad. Releasing us down the wing, it is Kudus. Where is Eze? He's been as bad as Fulkrug this game, but Eze in the middle. That's better. Went to curl it, and we've got a tackle in. Gaya round, go. Eze, go. He uses Kudus. That is good link up. Kudus running through again. Can he get the pass inside right this time? Leonardo to shoot. Another great save, the keeper. As the end of the game approaching, and there's the bloody whistle. I could not find a pass through, and we go to penalties. Second time against Liverpool. Yes, they was at Wembley last time, and Soler on his debut, unlucky number 13, just came off the bench as now Eze. That's a bit powerful, but we are going to go down the middle. And he hits the crossbar. Now Salah. No, it's gonna be. Yes, it is now advantage to Liverpool. Oh, why did we miss that? Too much bloody power, as that might be too much again. No. Top bins. And now require a save. Andy Robertson saved by Alphonse Areola. And now Somerville. Punish them, please. Somerville, what a penalty. Over to Diego Jota, and he hammers it onto the post, right He missed. And it's Souček with the chance again. He had to score last time. Thomas Souček passes it in. We win the Community Shield. I didn't actually expect that, but Liverpool, defensive. Every time we play them at Wembley, it's level and we go to pens. As I did take Jared Bowen off, and no Harry Maguire on the field means Somerville's going to lift the trophy, and hey, it is another trophy. West Ham go back-to-back, and Souček is the man again. Loving all these headlines for this man in particular, as off the back of it, he gets a new 2-year deal and gets off that transfer list. I actually want to use him now. As also being on this menu tells me about player numbers. Right, we don't have a number 9. Leonardo or Fulkrug? Fulkrug pretty good, not in that game, and then Leonardo. Because I'm so torn, I might sign another player for that number. As with Soufal still here, and then of course Souček pinning down a contract, I'm going to bring in another Czech player. Matej Jurasek, if I've got that wrong, tell me below. He should be relatively cheap. Only 2076 rated. As here's the new number 9. Jurasek is a hammer. And of course he will train as a right mid, although he is left-footed. I don't want 2 left mids. I've already got Somerville. He's going on the right. And he does make the bench for this Premier League opener against Nottingham Forest, as that's our starting 11. And first game of the Prem. And yes, it's Nottingham Forest. I like to play the big games, but after last season, we cannot afford to sim the first game. In our orange kit this time out, as Eze need him to be better. Jose Gaya running forward, finds Nicholas Fulkrug. Decent start again, just like Liverpool in the Community Shield. But again, we need to score more in normal time. Fulkrug again. Starting very strongly, though. The goal will come. The goal will come as now Eze across, finds Kudus in the middle. And Mohamed Kudus scores our opening goal on 17 minutes. The Premier League should start well. Fingers crossed we keep this result. Bowen to Eze, and then reaching Kudus. It is 3 in that midfield. Feel sorry for Paqueta not in there. He is on the field, of course, just a little bit further back, as now it's Eze's turn. We should have scored 4 goals. Honestly, Forest not turning up so far. Don't be that season again where we just get loads of injuries. As half-time reached and Leonardo up front. Yes, Fulkrug dragged off, and we've just got to hope it's not a long-term one. Gotta hope also that it doesn't take the sting out of this game, because the second half starting brightly. Kudus wants to try again. And now Paqueta far forward. Of course, he does like to roam a bit. I don't mind this roaming from centre mid. Paqueta posting in. The Samba boy wanted in, and he's copying Mikel Antonio. I don't know how he's going to feel about that, but get in. A goal for the Irons. Paqueta is just brilliant. It's just his attitude off the field. As now can we get a third? It's Eze. An own goal off Harry Toffolo. Surely rounds it up. And I tell you what, that should be an assist for Eze. I know it's an own goal, obviously, but he got another assist for the first goal. As West Ham fan Spencer Owen says, that is an Eze masterclass. And also fans from his ex-team still in awe of the man, as he was bloody brilliant, and Fulkrug's injury is not long-term. Get in there, a slice of luck. As before we dive into a big game, I do want to go again, and a 3-2 against the Saints Southampton secures 6 points from 6. And a cup win against the Cobblers moves us on to Villa away on deadline day. And we all know who's in charge of them. Unai bloody Emery. Had a rivalry with this man almost all the way through this save, as his team 1 loss, 1 draw, 16. Whereas we are in 3rd place, and we've got to address a goalkeeper, but I'm going to do it after this game, as Areola's playing quite well. We'd be stupid to replace a man who has just won us a Community Shield, saving penalties from Liverpool, but now needs to save Aston Villa's shots, with Kudus running the line for us. Kudus, look at the space. Can we try and score early on? Mohamed Kudus having the time of his life. firing early days against Emery's Aston Villa. This is the perfect way to be. They beat us last season at Villa Park. Not this season, Kudus. Look at that. Goalkeeper stupidly dives away from the ball, really. I think he should have saved it. Still won't catch me complaining, as in our first 2 Prem games, 3 goals each, and now it is 8 goals or 7 goals altogether. Almost 8 from Guido as the header at the near post. Marcus Leonardo starting over Fulkrug, almost scoring his first of the season. Can Paqueta help him get it? Well, that's a smart ball into Bowen. That touch was shocking. I still think he hit the post there. Was being a little bit greedy as Jurasek on for the second half. Wasn't a fan of Bowen. I do want to test this new guy out. Here he is on the ball against Mings. Oh, does Mings. Needs to keep on running. It is Jurasek just wide. Again, though, could say our players being very greedy in this game as Gaia loves to run from left back, and that cross almost over the defender as Paqueta gets the lofted pass. It's Leonardo trying to pass it. That time he should have been greedy. As Eze wins it back though, as he always does. Eze the best player, and Paqueta, Lucas Paqueta just taps it in. Don't give him room, and then he'll do that stupid celebration, stealing from Antonio in the dressing room. Or actually, he's moved on. Don't give this man space. I'm begging you. You can see him. He's in bright bloody orange. You have got to mark Paqueta. If you don't, you're in trouble as Jurasek. Look at his turns. He's very versatile, Jurasek. Can he get on the score sheet? Nobody wins a corner, and Carlos Soler, another new player. A ball in the middle to Somerville, and Eze again. Begging for this third goal as a turn. Carlos Soler, can he get his first goal? Yes, just blasted in. Another goal in this new kit. Is it the new kits? Is that the thing? Because we've scored 3 goals in 3 Premier League games so far. Schooling Prem teams this season didn't do that last year, and beating Aston Villa, Unai will have to be quiet.